Hey, Capt Logos here, preacher at large, teaching the word and inspiring 3 minutes at a time. Hey, I want to just talk to you for a minute today about a message from Sunday. So there was a pastoral change at the church I attend. It's a medium-sized church, runs between 300 and 500. Overseer was there, and he was bringing the word. But there's a pastoral change. Whenever there's a pastoral change, churches go through a lot of turmoil. But there was a lot of worship that morning going on, and people were enjoying the worship, and they were getting into the worship. But most of the worship was focusing on faith in God and hope in God. And so the message that I had for the congregation was a simple message, but they needed to hear it. They probably needed to hear it from, somebody that wasn't on staff. And but at any rate, so I went up to the pulpit and I gave the word. Here's what the Lord told the church: you're singing and you're worshiping about Jesus Christ and your hope and your faith in Jesus Christ. At the same time, you're worried about the future of this church. And the message was very clear. Our hope and our trust is not in the lead pastor. Our hope and our trust is not in the worship pastor. Their hope and their trust certainly shouldn't be in me, and nor should yours. But our hope is in Christ. Our faith is in Christ. And if it's there, what are we doing worrying about what's coming in the future? Now, look at 2 Corinthians 5 and 7, because we're supposed to walk by faith and not sight. Right? Yeah, just because we can't see the outcome doesn't mean there's an outcome that's not going to be favorable or to our best interest. Because sometimes we may not get the outcome we want, but it's the outcome we need. Hebrews 11:1 says, for the substance, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You have enough faith to know that it's coming. And because of those two verses, if you go down to 2 Corinthians 4 and 18, we do not look at the things which are seen, but we look at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen, the things that I see with these eyes are temporal. It's going to go away. But the things that I see with my spiritual insight and my faith and my hope are eternal because it's in Jesus. Now you realize that hope is not the hope that we think of, but hope actually means, every time it's used in the Bible, the joyful expectation of the coming of the Lord. Now, I haven't seen that, but I know it's coming. So put your hope and your faith in Jesus Christ. And no matter what your circumstance is, just give it to God. I know it's going to be tough going through, and you may not even like the outcome. But I trust you that God will not take you through something that you can't handle and that won't be beneficial in the end. Now, look, there's a lot of bad things that happen. We don't want them to happen. They do happen, but God will give us strength. Now, go get your face in the Bible.